this video, I'm going to go over just the basics and beginner stuff to ChatGPT. If you have never used ChatGPT or very new to it, this is for you. All right, so first, obviously, we're going to go by looking up ChatGPT. Once we get here, once we get on here, we're going to go over here and log in. All right, if y'all don't have an account, you're going to have to sign up. So once we log in with whatever email you choose to use, you're going to automatically be on the free plan. So the first thing I want to go over is the different subscriptions. Let's look at all 4 different plans right here, okay? We have the free plan, the Go plan, the Plus plan, and the Pro. So the free plan I recommend is what everyone starts on until you start hitting limits, okay? There's really no reason to go buy the Plus. I mean, $20 a month, nothing crazy, but you know, if you want to go ahead and do that, then go ahead. But I don't recommend you have to just go buy the $20 a month. You probably will, depending on what you're trying to do, will hit some type of limits with the free plan, and you're going to want to upgrade. Because with the free plan, it is limited in messages, image generation, memory, whatever. So if you're kind of like, you know, what I would recommend is kind of upgrade from free, then we go here to Go. And so this is just essentially just expanding the free plan. Obviously, all these are an expansion of each other, but there's not really any vast differences, like major differences, obviously, except that I would say with the Go plan, you do get the expanded voice mode and longer memory, and then just a little bit more than the free plan, right? Now, where most people are at is with the $20 a month plus plan. This is actually the plan I currently have. So this is what I would recommend if you're going to upgrade automatically. Just go ahead and go with the plus plan. Anything beyond that, you're not going to really need, like $100 a month. And then, so with the plus plan, obviously, right, if you're using this consistently daily, I would definitely go with the plus plan because it's honestly just an amplifier of like all these other plans, but it's going to give you everything you need. There's not really you're not going to run into too many limits. Also, you're going to get a codex agent, so with coding and whatever, so that will be an addition with the plus plan. Now, Pro, I don't recommend this unless you just are extremely on here or on ChatGPT, which I would say if you're in this community and watching this video, you're probably not. So I would not recommend this. And then we have the business models. Essentially the same thing. This is like geared more toward coding and stuff because so you can create automations, things like that. So, but I'm just focusing on the personal aspect of this right now. So now let's talk about privacy controls. Okay, this is like the #1 question people get, or this is the #1 question OpenAI gets, is their privacy control. A lot of people are worried about, oh, is my data getting stored? Is my information getting sent back to OpenAI and whatnot? If you don't want your information getting sent back to OpenAI, you want to go to data controls, improve the model for everyone, and you're going to want to turn this off. When you turn this off, they're not going to store any of your data. Obviously, they say that, which they probably are. Okay, I'm going to be completely honest. Like, they say they're not, but if you believe that they're not, then turn this off, right? So if you want it off, turn it off. Don't care. If you don't care, then you don't care. Whatever. And if you ever want to delete all your chats, just come over here to data controls, delete all. If you want to export any of your information, you know, maybe you're going to delete this account or whatever, just hit export. Now, if you want to personalize your ChatGPT, so if you want to have it, give it custom instructions, have it have your own nickname, tell it your occupation, just more about you so it has more context when answering things. This is where you're going to want to go, is the personalization. You know, it's up to you. If you don't want to give it this type of information, you don't have to. But, if you want it to respond a certain way, act a certain way, this is where you would put it in with custom instructions. And if you need help, like for instance, if you're like, how should I put answer this or put information in here? Just ask ChatGPT, right? Say, I want to have custom instructions for my personalization settings. What all can you give me a prompt to have it act like this or respond like this, right? Whatever you're thinking or whatever you want, you know. That's what's good. Like if you don't know something, literally just ask ChatGPT or AI, and it can help guide you in the direction you're trying to go on, especially when it comes to actually using their own model. Now, if you want to create a chat where it doesn't go into your memory or anything like that, or isn't logged, you're going to want to go up here to this right corner and turn on temporary chat. Hit continue. Now this chat right here is just going to be a temporary chat. It's not going to get logged into your history. It's not going to get logged at all. This is strictly a temporary chat. If you're wanting to use this for just a very specific thing and you don't want it to mess with anything else or go into memory, or you have a question or whatever the case may be. All right, so up here in the left corner, we have the different categories. If you're wanting to create a new chat, you're just going to click on new chat. It's going to come over here, load up a new chat. If you want to search your previous chat history, hit search chats, and this right here will show all your previous chats from before. You can scroll down. This is your search history. Now, if you want to create a project, let's say you're wanting to work on something specifically, you're just going to hit this plus button. Let's name it ChatGPT tutorial, create project. Now, in here, we're just gonna, talk about ChatGPT. This really just helps you organize everything, right? Is it gonna give you different answers than over here? Not necessarily, but it's more of like an organization thing. You're working on just specifically this, helps you keep things organized. All right, for library, this will just be files that you have uploaded throughout ChatGPT's history. So that's like images, anything like that. Okay, PDFs, anything that it creates for you or you're uploading, that's all that's going to be in the library. Now, apps, this is where we're going to see our connectors at, right? This is where we can connect different apps to ChatGPT. Whether that be emails, whatever, right? There's a lot of different apps you can connect. So, yeah. I'll go over on different apps and connecting different apps in other videos, but yeah. Now, codecs, I'm going to have to do a whole nother video on that, but this is essentially just a coding agent to help you code. So I'm not going to go into that too much right now. So we have deep research or images. Deep research is just going to really search the web for whatever you're really trying to look for. If you're doing like some type of project, or you really need in-depth research on a subject or thing, obviously I would go to deep research mode. Yeah, that kind of covers everything for this first video for ChatGPT. If and my number one thing to y'all, I would say, is if you don't know something, ask it. AI is gonna help you figure out AI better than probably anybody else. Like it's its own system. So with some of this stuff, I would literally just ask it, hey, where can I go to do this? Where can I go to do that? If you don't know, I would ask it, right? If y'all got any questions, just DM me and I'll try to answer them. And I'm going to continue to drop tutorials each day. So, yeah, whatever y'all want to see, make sure y'all are active in the community. I'm trying to respond to all the messages I get. But yeah.